Oh gosh. All right. What just came through was, because the Alchemist, this is a manifestation card, right? It's about using your spiritual power to co-create with the universe. It's coming out with the ancestors, and for some reason, you know how they have different trades, like ancient trades that are being passed down from generation to generation, or recipes that are passed down from generation to generation. If you have if it's like a soap maker that's been, it's been a soap maker. Soap making was in your family since the 1200s. And that process was like passed down. It's something like that that's happening here, all right? It's time to explore what that is. So this is interesting because that last live, I was going in about, releasing from generational curses. But now this is looking like tapping into the generational blessings. Wow. All right. So every culture has its good, bad, and the ugly. Every family dynamic has a culture. There's certain parts of that you can actually use to your benefit, right? And I say it like that for people who are experiencing toxic dynamics, right? Obviously, if it's not a toxic dynamic, then yeah, either way, whether it's toxic or not, it's time to look at the culture, look at the unique things that your culture does. All right, let's continue. And start, because it's something about that makes you unique. It's time to get curious about that, start building on that, see how it works. How is that a skill set that works in the world? It's something about that. Like, there's a specific skill set that you're ingrained to have. And this can just be your own skill set. But for some reason, with ancestors, I feel like it's in the bloodline, all right? So this can also be like gifts, right? Spiritual gifts. New spiritual gifts coming online. It could be ancestors passing it down, whatever the case is, okay? Some initiation of some sort, and now you're getting new knowledge. It's definitely within, it's something that's passed down. All right. But it's something that you can use to your benefit right now. It's like how your people move forward in the world, how people got on in the world. It's like, yeah, the people in my family are always good at A, B, and C. What is that for you? It's something about that. It's time to use that because that's your unique way of moving in the world, okay? That's a trick you have up your sleeve, the unique trick you have. Wow. All right. That's nice. And it's something that you probably already know is there, but it's time to explore that more and see how that works for you. It's like when you look at, all right, so the people of the planet A tribe, they're really good at soap making. The people in planet B tribe, they're really good at planting. Planet C, they're really good at war tactics, things like that. Not like that specifically, but I mean, it's something that your bloodline is good at. We all have it, right? Because we all come from bloodline. So it's something that's in your bloodline that is, that's going to help. I don't know why I heard ally, but it's like, it will make things easier in the world for you. All right, let's get into it now. We in 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. All right, new moon. What have we released? All right. All right. Back to this energy really quickly of the passing down of gifts, ancestral gifts. Some of you guys might be natural born spiritualists or whatever the case is, and might have been using it in a way that wasn't the best. And now you're being taught, you might be getting inclinations as to how to use it to help. Or maybe you weren't using it at all and you were stifling it, and now you're being led to start using it, all right? But it's definitely, you have a unique gift because it's something that is just, it's something that your bloodline has. And even with spiritual gifts, there's so many different gifts, you know, so think about the things that you do naturally, right? Like I naturally read people, you know, read people's energy. And I knew that before I started doing tarot reading. So I just didn't know that that's what I was doing. Like I was picking up on vibes like, nope, can't trust that person. Nope, that person is probably going to be the person who does this, A, B, and C. And it was always right. And then I started doing tarot reading, so it backs it up. But it's like, it's this skill set of being able to read people, right? Understanding like the psychology of people, things like that. What's your superpower? So because of that, before I used to use it or not use it much, I didn't know what to use it for. I was just using it, you know, just I'll get the insight and that's it. But now I'm using it to provide insight to others, right? Okay. So that's what I'm saying here. It's going to bring emotional fulfillment. 10 of Cups. All right. Now, what have we released? We do have the 5 of Swords coming out with the 3 of Swords in reverse. And the Ace of Cups. This is a new era, okay? A new era of emotional fulfillment. Coming out of like this time of feeling defeated or using your power in a darker way. All right, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, it's dropping that, okay? Dropping the heartbreak. We have the 5 of Swords coming out. Why is that 5 of Swords there? Empress coming out, all right? 9 of Cups coming out with the Fool card. All right, yeah, this new beginning. See, it's a new era with a new love, it seems. A new sense of love, a new capacity to love. It's setting the groundwork for the foundation of emotional fulfillment with other people as well. All right? Whether it's friendships, whatever the case is, your tribe, whatever. We have the High Priestess coming out. We have the 3 of Wands coming out in reverse. Yeah, it's setting a foundation for the manifestation. This is a seed here. So that's what's coming out. Things have to be released so that the seed, this new window of opportunity, can come in for emotional fulfillment. All right? Major stability, the foundation. 4 of Wands. Awesome. All right, what else? Oh, we got the Tower card coming out. All right, where are we now? I keep wanting to go back to the gifts that are being passed down. It's like you were missing a key element in how to move in the world and you're about to be taught that. That's what I feel. It's like you had a tool. You had a tool in your toolbox, but didn't know how to use it. All right. Where are we now? We have the 4 of Pentacles coming out with the Hangman. So there's a need to see things from a different perspective. If you've been using this tool before, it's like, how can you use it in a better way? You're about to get taught that. You have to think outside the box about that, all right? So we have the Emperor and the Empress coming out. I did a few readings for August already, and it does seem like divine counterpart energy is all up in the mix right now. There might have been some shifts happening with the counterparts. Because you have this Empress coming out with this Fool card. And now we have the Emperor coming out with the Hierophant. Emperor coming out in reverse though. So the Emperor and the Empress is coming out in reverse. There's not a union happening as of yet. It's still some changes that need to be made. A shift in perspective that needs to be had here. It does feel like there's a little bit of a stubborn energy, like this is how things are. This is how things have always been. Well, okay. If you had, on the flip side, so if you do have this, you have this gift that your family or have a natural knack for, right? You've probably been taught to use that gift in that way. If it was being used in a toxic way, you saw how to use that gift in a toxic way. And now it's time to learn how to use it in a higher capacity. It does seem like someone's feeling trapped in like how they were using that gift or using that tool. This could be a belief system or mindset or whatever the case is. I feel like it's a trait. It could be a personality trait, but it can be turned into a superpower. Okay, it's something that you naturally do that could be used as a superpower in the world. All right. So what is your superpower? What's that thing you do ever so naturally? Emperor card coming out again. Wow, at the bottom of the deck here. It's time to think outside the box, because with the Eight of Swords and the Page of Swords here, it's like breaking out of how you used to do things with this gift, how you used to use this gift. Wow. And it comes out of this Ace of Cups, Page of Cups energy, that new opening for a new capacity to love. So now everything that you used to be, every gift that you naturally had, is now being used through the lens of love. All right. I talked about this, I think it was in the Libra reading for August. It's like somebody had a natural way. Let's say if somebody had a natural gift of gab, right? And they used this gift of gab to get the ladies or the fellas. You know, they got it. They used it to be a player all day, every day, right? But now when someone opens up their heart, now they're using this natural gift of gab to express their love to their lover in the most beautiful way, poetic way, right? Instead of using their words to spin lies, now they're using their words to profess their love. You know, that's the energy. Changing that same tool. The tool can be used for either one. Like you see 3D machines, right? You can use 3D machines to make bowls for people to eat out of, or you can make 3D machines to make guns, right? You have the 3D machine, you have the tool. And it's like, how do you use it? All right. If this is spiritual, then it's like you've been wasting the spiritual talents on like selfish gain, you know, trying to spiritually manipulate people to be, you know, get into your life, whatever the case is, whatever that weirdo shit is. What is emerging? But now it's time to flip that and use it to teach others or whatever the case is, all right? All right, what is emerging? Nine of Cups keep coming out. See, it's something about, this leads you to your fate. It leads you to your destiny. Nine of Cups came out twice just now with the Empress. The Nine of Cups came out with the Empress earlier, and it's coming out again. Nine of Cups with the Empress. Why is the Nine of Cups coming out with the Empress? Is this how the Emperor is getting the Empress? All right. Yeah. Another thing I said in that Libra reading. So let's say there's a person who is emotionally withholding, right? They're stoic, but it still is toxic masculinity energy. They're not stoic like an emperor. They're stoic and strong in a toxic masculine way. That person needs to learn how to be stoic and strong if they want to be that, but still be emotionally expressive not emotionally withholding. So they can still show up strong. How do you show up as a strong energy in a higher capacity, which is the Emperor? You can show up as strong in a toxic way, and that can be King of Pentacles in reverse, King of Wands in reverse, something like that. Ego driven. All right. So someone might be undergoing this change here. For the Empress. Is this another divine counterpart reading? All right, hold on. Because it seems as if with the Five of Wands, someone is realizing like their toxic masculinity. It doesn't matter what the gender is. We all have masculine and feminine sides. So if you can be a feminine, showing yourself as a feminine in the world, but still have a toxic masculine trait, toxic masculine belief systems, right? You can be a masculine showing up in the world and have toxic feminine belief systems, okay? So get out of gender for a second. But this does feel like a masculine energy who's learning how to transform their toxic masculine side and show up as a full-fledged Emperor, healthy masculine energy. This can also be, if this is about a feminine, this could be a feminine healing their masculine side, okay? So it doesn't show up toxic in a toxic way. How does that show up in a toxic way in feminines? It can be the energy of, I want to say, like when it gets to the point of I'm so independent, I don't need anyone type of thing, right? That's how that could show up as a feminine. You're feminine with toxic masculinity. It can also be the belief systems that enable toxic masculinity. Not believing that a masculine should cry, right? Things like that. So it's like those toxic masculine belief systems can still live within a feminine, right? So it's something like that happening. If this is a divine counterpart energy, then this masculine transformation is happening in both the masculine and feminine. The feminine is transforming their mindset, okay, with this moon cycle when it comes to what an emperor is supposed to look like. And the masculine is also changing their mindset as far as how an emperor is supposed to show up as, okay? What a man should look like, what a man should be, and how a man should treat their woman. That whole thing. Removing labels. We're talking about how the masculine should treat the feminine. Do I have to give this disclaimer every time? I think I should. All right. But you get what I'm saying. It's about healing the toxic masculine wound inside of you, okay? And then it transforms your feminine side naturally. It balances it out within you, and then it shows balance in how you show up, and then it attracts the balance in the union. All right. Someone is spearheading this project, I feel. It's like it makes sense. We're talking about very clear masculine and feminine roles, but healthy, in the healthy way, right? I feel like the masculine, obviously, they want to take the lead on this. Show up as a healthy masculine so the feminine can have the space to be a feminine, right? And vice versa. That's what happens, vice versa. The emperor has to show up as an emperor so the empress can be the empress, right? Yeah. This reading is doing so much. I'm tired of doing divine counterpart readings, I swear. All right. But yeah, so it does seem like this person, the masculine, wants to step up. They want to spearhead this project of, let me show up as a masculine, so then as an emperor, and then we can click in place. Because they realized what caused the conflict. They weren't showing up how they needed to show up. So things just kept getting misaligned. All right, what do we wish to grow? Moving forward with no more bumps in the road. It's like, look, I'm tired. I just want my baby. I want my empress. I want my emperor. That's it. I'm tired. I'm tired of going back and forth here. I'm tired of us not getting it right. I want to just move forward. That's a Knight of Swords with the Two of Pentacles. No more juggling, no more bouncing back and forth, no more trying to figure it out. Two of Cups with the Two of Pentacles here. It's like, and with the Strength card, so they don't know if they have the strength to do it. Well, they do have the strength to do it, but they're building up the strength to make that happen. They want it to be smooth sailing, right? Like, can we just enjoy this love already without the bullshit? Can we just enjoy the love? So it feels like somebody's taking the lead on this, or thinking about doing so. They want to move with clarity though. All right. What do we how do we bring the goals to fruition? King of Wands in reverse. So we have the King of Wands in reverse with the Page of Cups. I don't know why I'm feeling so drained right now. What just happened? This person doesn't know how to create from this place of love yet. They were used to moving like I mentioned, that King of Wands in reverse energy. They were moving like, let's say, a player or whatever the case is. They had this new capacity to love, and they're like, but how do I feel now? How do I show love? Do we go on dates? Do I take you out for ice cream? What am I supposed to do? How do I treat you right? What is the right thing? Man, if you don't go on and watch some damn rom-coms or something, get some freaking cheesy ideas and start there, stop being a weirdo, all right? It's like it's so out of their element to be in that romantic level, or to have that level of capacity to love is new. These are new feelings. How do I feel? Am I supposed to cry now? Can I cry in front of them? Can I even cry still? Like, how don't I mess this up? Five of Swords with the Ace of Wands. I don't want to mess this up. What do I need to do not to mess it up? It seems like that is a fear right there. All right. And that's what's keeping them a little bit tied up. Like, I'm used to moving in this way. This is how I was taught to move. This is what I've learned in the world. This works to move like this. What is the opposite of what I'm doing right now? If I sweet talk them. This is how I get them. So what? I'm supposed to be honest now? Like, what am I supposed to do? What is vulnerability? It's that whole thing going on. It's just funny. It's like, yeah, you could still, if you're a sweet talker, just be, don't talk sweet nothings. Speak things from your heart. Speak from your heart, All right. Speak the truth. This energy is draining me. I don't know why. How do we bring the goals to fruition? Three of Cups. All right. Nine of Pentacles. Six of Cups. here's what I've been getting coming out, because a lot of these readings that I did today, they definitely had divine counterpart energies. I'm just annoyed that I'm still doing this. I think that's what's happening. But also, if you're in a divine counterpart energy, right now it does seem like there's a third party involved there. Not like third party, like, oh, they're with someone. Yes, if that's, you already know that. If they're already dealing with someone, you already know that. I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying, I mean, they're spiritually meddling. There's a third party meddling in the connection and trying to stop it from happening. So that needs to be said here. This person, it might have something to do with this energy zapping that I'm feeling right now. I'm just feeling this lag is pulling from the fucking energy of this whole thing. You have this Three of Cups energy. It could be someone in the social circle. It could be friends, you know. Whatever the case is. That's stopping someone from being the emperor. Because it needs to be mindful of that. It's a very stop and go energy here.